rest of me is down. You enchant me, even when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I will try to knock them down. I'm latching on them, now I know what I have found.
So really, what would you say that you've learned in the last 3 years running hundreds and hundreds of appointments? Like, what's the biggest thing that you've learned and for you to double from 700 to 1.4 in just 2 years?
I think it kind of becomes where you can back into certain numbers in the regards of, like, you can control only so many things in business. So it's like, okay, 30 appointments. We talk about it, but if everybody actually really looked at their numbers and said, like, do I actually give myself 30 appointments on the regular? And really what that comes down to is, am I buying enough leads, and am I able to fail enough to give myself enough appointments? And do I believe enough in myself? I think that was a big thing for me, when it came to, hey, I want to ramp up to kind of do this. It was like, all right, so lead spend has to go from, 1,500 to 25. And then work ethic and time needs to go from, okay, 9 o'clock, 5 in the field to 9 to 9. And then you have to get obviously on board, family and spouse and all that jazz. So those are some of the things I thought of, because I focus on the things you can't control. I can't control who buys. I can't control who doesn't buy. I can control how much I invest. So how much stones that I have to put my money where my mouth is. A lot of people talk about, I want to do X, and then they spend $500 on leads. Like, you're not going to be a Hall of Fame producer if you spend $500 on leads. I'm sorry. I spend about 3,000 a week. So if I spend 12 and I write north of 100, and you throw in, I got chargebacks like everybody else, 25, 30%, and you bang in those bonuses that you just talked about, you're going to be okay. But a lot of times people are very gun shy to kind of go that extra mile, because it's always in the back of their mind. What if it doesn't work? What then? I stopped having that, and I just said, we're going for it, because I believe enough in myself. And you mentioned it earlier about kind of like the training and the things that you do to make yourself confident in what you're doing. I know if you give me 30 appointments, like, I'm going to write what I'm going to write. And I don't even focus on of what I'm going to write, but I focus on the fact that I have enough appointments and enough people are going to want insurance, So I'm totally trying to control that. So that was a big thing for me, just kind of learning, what it was going to take from the investment time, from the time side of it, and from the sacrifice, and then the training to try to get better. And the reality is this: the more you do this, the better you get. And then obviously you back into getting on calls like this. You're going to get really good at doing this if you just keep doing it. This is not crazy complicated.